That one doesn't like to be owned by No Sleep Scribe. Welcome, listeners. Some objects shouldn't be touched. Some objects shouldn't be owned. And some choose their owner, whether you want them to or not. Tonight's story is about one such object, a necklace unlike any other. Catherine Wentworth thought it was just a beautiful piece of silver jewelry. But this cross, this stone, it had its own will. It didn't just want to be worn, it wanted to be claimed. By the time Catherine realized what she'd taken, the choice was no longer hers. Listen closely, because some things don't like to be owned. This is a work of fiction. Please listen with the lights low. Remain unadorned. If you enjoy psychological horror, atmospheric storytelling, and slow burn dread, you're in the right place. Welcome to Creepy Chronicles for No Sleep Nights. Stay a while, and don't pick up any objects while you're here. Story written and narrated by No Sleep Scribe. Like what you heard? Subscribe for more original dark fiction. Leave a comment. What part stayed with you? Share with someone who loves unsettling stories. Content note: this story contains themes of supernatural possession, blood, and psychological horror. Listener discretion is advised. That one doesn't like to be owned by No Sleep Scribe. The necklace lay tangled amongst rusted tools and yellowing paperbacks. Its chain knotted like it had been worrying itself all night. It was an ornate silver cross, heavy for its size, etched with tiny figures worn smooth by time. Saints, maybe, or something pretending to be. At the center sat a dark red stone, cloudy as dried blood. It didn't catch the sunlight like the rest of the junk. It drank it. Catherine Wentworth, 34, tall, composed, found herself staring at it longer than she meant to. "I'll take this," she said, before she even realized she'd spoken. $10. The old woman running the garage sale hesitated. Her eyes flicked to the necklace, then back to Catherine. "That one doesn't like to be owned," she murmured. Catherine laughed, paid, and headed to her car. She slipped the chain around her neck and fumbled with the clasp. She winced as something pricked her skin. A single drop of blood, gone when she wiped it away. In the mirror, the necklace gleamed, beautiful, disturbing. The metal was cold, not normal cold, but the kind that seeps inward and settles behind the ribs. There was a weight to it, as if it were made from something denser than metal. It refused to fade into the background. It demanded attention. She loved it. At lunch, Becky gasped, "That's beautiful, but unsettling." Julie, resident supernatural enthusiast, reached toward it, then pulled back like she'd touched a hot stove. "The vibes are wrong," she whispered. "Promise me you'll get it blessed." Catherine rolled her eyes. "Fine." That night she dreamed of weight. A narrow church, no doors, incense and rot hanging in the air, bells tolling, slow and wrong. With each chime, the cross grew heavier, dragging her chin downward until she was staring into the embedded stone. It pulsed with her own heartbeat. Her hand rose on its own, pressed the stone into her throat. She sank to her knees. The bells stopped. And in the silence, a cacophony of voices whispered, "Finally." She woke gasping, fingers locked around the necklace. Faint red marks pressed into her skin. The clasp would not open. Pliers snapped. The chain cut her fingers, and the blood vanished into the metal. The stone glowed faintly, pleased. She called Julie at 4:27 a.m. 20 minutes later, Julie arrived with a rosary and a face already pale. "It's stronger now," she whispered. The necklace dragged at Catherine's posture. Her shoulders burned. The stone was warm, alive. Julie circled her, trembling. "It's not fastened," she said. "It's bound." "What does that mean?" Catherine asked. Her voice sounded hoarse, scraped raw. "It isn't jewelry," Julie choked out. "It's a seal. It binds you to the necklace." Holy water hissed and vanished. The rosary snapped. Metal blades bent, and the necklace tightened. "Stop!" she gasped, clawing at Julie's wrist. "It has claimed you," Julie said, pale and trembling. "I don't know how to make it release you." The room grew colder. The mirror across the room darkened, reflecting not the apartment, but the church from her dream. Candles burned with black flame. The walls dripped rot. Something stirred, a presence pressing outward like a mouth against her ear. It spoke. "You took me," it whispered from inside her chest. "You chose me." I didn't know," Catherine choked. The weight crushed her to her knees. The cross burned into her skin. She smelled iron. Blood pooled beneath her chin as the metal began to sink inward. Julie sobbed. "It was sealed away. Whatever's inside. Learn to wear holiness like a mask. Someone broke the seal, and when you bled for it, you finished the ritual." The whispers multiplied, hungry, grateful, so pleased. She shook her head emphatically. "I don't want this," Catherine cried. "You already gave enough," the thing replied. "Blood, fear, longing, greed." The mirror shattered. The church bled into the room. Bells tolled from nowhere, and with a wet, final sound, the cross disappeared beneath her skin. It embedded itself where her heartbeat thundered. Julie screamed her name. Catherine stood, straight, effortless, marked by silver impressions across her throat. The weight was gone because it had chosen her. "Thank you for coming," Catherine said gently, smiling at Julie. "But you are no longer necessary." Her eyes were no longer brown. They were the same cloudy red as the stone that pulsed beneath her skin. She closed in on Julie. The bells tolled on, slow and wrong. Later, the garage sale table sat waiting. Rusted tools, yellowed paperbacks, and one perfect space. The old woman reverently laid out the necklace. When someone reached for it, she sighed. That one doesn't like to be owned, she said, and they never listen.